Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the It's All Black and White TV, and this is the Aston Villa versus Newcastle United match preview. If you do like what you see, please do smash that like. It does help the channel up the search, so please do smash that like. That'd be great. Thank you. Also, if you're brand new to the channel, then come and hit the subscribe. Come be part of this great community we have here, and also hitting that bell notification that tells you when I'm live, have a pre-record, or any upcoming shows as well. And it all's free to do so. If you want to become a member, it's 99p. You can do that by clicking the join button as well. And also, if you want to make a donation, you can do that in the chat by clicking on the $sign, and your comments will be read out first if you are on a super chat as well. So yes, we head to Villa Park tomorrow, and well, are we looking forward to that game? We have to look forward to that game. Absolutely. Right. What I'll do is, before we get into the show, I'll go through some comments first of all, and then we'll see who's in the chat and what's being said. Andrew says thumbs up. Hi mate, hope you're well. Evening Tony and everyone, hope all is well. Yeah, Mighty Mag, absolutely fine mate, hope you're well too. 3 days holiday for me now after tonight, so I'm not back to work till Friday. Evening Tony, says Ian, good evening mate, hope you're well. Gary says hi lads and lasses, hi to you Gary, hope you're well mate. Tough one tomorrow matey. Yeah, it's going to be a tough game. Let's be honest, it's not easy Villa, is it? That's for sure. So yeah, it is. It's going to be a bit of a tough game, that one. But you know, we'll get into that once we go through the once we get into the show after we've done the comments. Yes, bit worried. Need to be on our game, says Ian. Absolutely, Ian. I hope our sparks return. I think Murphy come back is big plus for us. Yeah, it is definitely. Evening, Tony, everybody. Good evening to you, B. I hope you're well, mate. Tony must still be painting his toenails. No, not at all. He's just checking on all the private jets coming to Newcastle Airport. Oh, God, honestly. They've gone more today, hasn't there? Some coming from Amsterdam. It's like, could just be a businessman on a business trip. You don't know. Could be anything. It might not necessarily be a player. Evening, Tony. All great for new contract for Miley. Well deserved. Yep, we'll get into that as well. There's a born 7'3" flew in today. That must at least 160 new signings, says Gary. Yeah. I mean, it's crazy, isn't it? These plane spotters, fair play to them that, they're not doing any harm, but it's just, we just have a bit of a laugh, don't we? And it's just a bit of fun, really, I think, as well. But you never know; they may get one right one day. Who knows? Right. So, as we know today, we found out that Lewis Miley, there he is, there, has signed a new long-term deal. They haven't said how long the deal is, but look, great news. He's got a pay rise. And he signed a new contract. Thoroughly deserved. And when you've got like Liverpool sniffing around him, we need to make sure this lad stays. So it's absolutely paramount that he signed this new deal. Absolutely thrilled for the lad. He's been brilliant for us, coming when we've had a lot of injuries. And, for such a young age, he's done so well for us. And this lad will get better in time. Let's be honest, he really will. This is just the start of his journey. And, let's hope it's a long one. Let's hope he's at Newcastle for life and he doesn't leave the club at all. So, well done for getting Lewis Miley tied down to a brand new contract. We'll definitely need Tino on that starting lineup tomorrow, says Lee. I mean, look, we know Eddie Howe has had his say in the press conference today. So we'll run through with what Eddie Howe has had to say in his press conference. Now, he's been asked about the injury update on Mickey Almiron and Jamal Lascelles. So, what he's actually said is, we hope Miggy will be with us. Jamal, I'm not so sure about. It's not a serious injury, but I think it may be enough to keep him out of this game. It will be close. We certainly hope to have Miggy with us. Now, look, is this Eddie just kidding everybody on? A lot of people are saying he's on his way to Saudi Arabia. We don't know. A lot of people are saying Jamal Lascelles is off to Turkey. Again, we don't know. Is this just being said like this so in case anything falls through, so at least it's not being put there in the mainstream media? Look, the only way we'll know if Mickey will be there tomorrow night is if he's in that squad. If he's in that squad, there's a chance I think he's staying. But I'm not 100% sure. But again, we just have to wait and see. I've seen some pictures going around on Twitter. Callum Wilson in the Chelsea top. Not sure how true that is. If we have offloaded Callum Wilson, then I hope we get a replacement in because we need one. If not, it's a silly move to let Callum Wilson go this late on in the window. On whether some of United's other sideline players are nearing a return, he says Harvey Barnes is getting closer. He's probably the closest, along with Callum Wilson. Look, we've heard this before from Eddie, that he was getting closer and then all of a sudden he was out for another few weeks. So let's hope this is getting closer, you know. He says, but then you've got to go a little bit further back to Joe Willock and a bit further to Elliot Anderson. Then we have a couple of others that are even further back. Harvey and Callum are probably the closest to returning to help us. So again, we'll just have to wait and see on that one. On us having two successive kickoffs at away games, 7 p.m. on Saturday and 8:15 p.m. on Tuesday night. He says, look, both are strange. It does look like a lack of care for supporters. When you consider the loyalty and passion Newcastle supporters show, you know there's going to be a huge number that want to go to the game. We thank them for their support and sympathise about the travel arrangement. Again, this goes down to the TV companies being greedy, you know. There was no reason why ITV couldn't have put this game on against Fulham a lot earlier. I just don't get why they had to have it as a Saturday night on the 7 o'clock. And it wasn't even on the mainstream ITV channel, it was on ITV4. So it is a bit strange. I have to agree. And the 8:15 tomorrow night, that's just ridiculous. On our emphatic 5-1 win over Villa on the opening day, Eddie says it seems a long time ago. I think we were at our best from an attacking sense that day. We grew in confidence as the game went on and we scored some great goals. The squad looked healthy. We had options. It was a difficult team to pick. I think that showed what we were capable of. I mean, look, yeah, we hammered Villa that day. We absolutely took them to the cleaners. But it's going to be a totally different game away to Villa Park tomorrow night. On the significance of Saturday's FA Cup win, he says it was an important win for us. It wasn't our best performance, but it was important. Defensively, we looked resilient and solid. Hopefully, it gives us a lot of confidence. I think you've seen improved performance towards the end of the game, probably reflecting the scoreline. The fact we were winning, you saw a bit of freedom in return. So again, Eddie's saying we weren't at our best on Saturday, and no, we weren't, because everybody saw that we weren't at our best on Saturday as well. I'm just going to go into some comments. Lee says we definitely need Tino in that starting lineup. Yeah, I totally agree. Toon says Mag debates. I made up well. Bias says he's just playing it safe. He can't throw the player under the bus or compromise the deal. No, absolutely not. Evening, Tony. Early one for you tonight. Good news about Mailey. What a talent. Absolutely, Alan. Look, had to keep Mailey at the club. That was important. We need to clear out the medical staff and get new staff in the same. They're clueless. Look, this is the thing. The medical staff, we don't know what's going on here. Like Trippier coming off the other night with a groin. Eddie saying he could be fit for tomorrow. I'm not being funny. If he's not 100%, do not play him. Do not play him, Eddie. Just leave him out. Just leave him out until Saturday. Lewis says, I cannot wait for the match tonight. Come on, Blackburn. You never know, Lewis. Wrexham might win it. It's the FA Cup's a funny old game. You look at Maidstone United. The pundits on ITV had them written off to get hammered off Ipswich and said that they were only going to go there and enjoy the day. They went out there and enjoyed the day and enjoyed the game and won the game. So don't underestimate anybody. I wouldn't underestimate Wrexham, that's for sure. He says, congratulations to Lewis Miley, signed another contract with his boyhood club. Absolutely. We could play at midnight and the fans would still get there and TV companies know that. Absolutely. And that's the thing. Yeah, definitely. Brian, hi mate, hope you're well. He says, this is why I wished Amazon or Netflix outbid Sky and TNT for the full Premier League rights. I've just seen Netflix give WWE $5 billion over 10 years for their main show, Raw. Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree. Ricardo Vasari, Tony, yeah, absolutely fine, mate. He says, personally, I'm proper pining for Pope and on Wilson leaving. Swear he's one part of Popperdom and Pop Papier Mache, Power Paper Pace, Power Passion, then Pop, he's pulled his pickle. Yeah, I see where you're coming from, yeah. He does, he seems to come back, has a run of a couple of games and then he's out again. Is it Wrexham where that Hollywood actor bought in the club? Yes, Ryan Reynolds and Rob McKenny. Oh, I can't remember his surname, to be fair. Holly says, my score prediction. Hart says 2-1. Head says we are getting beat 3-0. That's fair enough, Holly. You're absolutely, yeah. We probably could play at 10 o'clock in the morning and we'd still be there. Absolutely. Absolutely, Lewis. Yeah, so Saturday, it wasn't a great performance. We know that against Fulham, but we've got a different game tomorrow night. Villa flying high in the top four. Yes, we beat them at St James's Park. First game of the season when we absolutely tunked them 5-1. Tomorrow's going to be a totally different game. Since then, we've had Tonali out for the season. Not injured, but we know why. We've got Joe Linton out for the rest of the season now. We've got Pope out until late April, maybe May. So look, it's going to be a difficult game because we're probably going to play the same team that started on Saturday, in all honesty. Villa are just a different animal altogether at the moment. And I don't see us getting anything because Villa Park, we have a very mixed record down there. Last season, we got absolutely taken apart 3-0 there. It was a poor day, and that was a 12:30 kickoff on TNT Sports at the time. Well, BT Sports, as it was back then. And we got an absolute walloping. But, as I say, it is going to be tough. Villa have got some good players in that squad, let's be honest. Unai Emery's done a great job with Aston Villa. I don't think they're a club now that you look at and think they're going to get relegated now. I think they're a club that are going to be a Premier League club, for years to come. Of course, we're looking to see when Villa's bubble would have burst and that they will be dropping, but they haven't seemed to have dropped their levels, and that's the thing. Ollie Watkins, we know, is the danger man for them. John McGinn, we know what he's like in the midfield. So it is going to be a tough game. But we need to make sure we close that gap in the midfield and stop that big hole appearing because Villa will exploit that, let's be honest. So, yeah, I can't see. It's not going to be an easy game tomorrow, that's for sure. If we play the players with touch of injuries we know can get so badly, that's why some of our players are out so long. Absolutely, Lee. Brian, so I think TV will move towards full streaming soon. Amazon and Netflix are the fixture for sports programming. Could well be right there, Brian. Hi, Tony. Hi, Trolls. Hope you're well, mate. I despise Villa. I worked with many of their fans. We need to do this. Get the show back on the road. We do, yeah, but it's going to be a tough game, mate. That's the problem. It's going to be absolutely tough down there, though. Alan says, Wilson won't be leaving. House said, why would we sell one of our two strikers unlikely to get a forward in Jan? But agree about him being injured a lot. Yeah, I think Wilson goes in the summer, if I'm honest. I would rather sell him in the summer than now. Lewis says Nick Pope suffered a minor setback to his recovery from a shoulder injury, but he's still on schedule for an April return to action, apparently. Okay. We are too far off our best to win, but hope they prove me wrong, says Trolls. Yeah, you never know. Our defence has to be 100% tomorrow night against Villa. Absolutely, Lee. Definitely. Brian says, if anyone thinks we are getting anything at Villa, I have bad news, and if Luton do the double over us, you know what will happen. We're not even thinking about that at the minute, Brian, are we? Dubs has done well, so not concerned about Pope. Not at the moment, no. My concern is if Dubs gets injured, then we play Karius. He gets injured, and that's my worry. They keep our position, yeah, because then we're down to Gillespie, and we haven't got anybody in, have we? So, yeah, let's hope that's not the case. Dan Burn will get torn apart. So will our midfield, says Brian. Sketchy against Villa. Mag says Wrexham only have 3 stands available. Yeah, because they're rebuilding, aren't they? I can't see football moving to Amazon or Netflix. The Premier League is the only thing keeping Sky afloat. What else would anyone get Sky for? It has nothing. Okay. We need to all get in the big sponsorships quickly as we can for the revenue of the club. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, Craig Hope today. You know, that guy is just, I don't know what's up with Craig Hope at the moment, but a lot of fans are starting to turn on him. Like he said, we could probably sign somebody in the summer, but we won't have that much money to spend because of the FFP. And I'm thinking, hang on a minute, Craig. We've got the seller sponsorship. We've got the Adidas deal coming in. Of course, we're going to have money. We're going to sell some players, so we're going to have the money. You know, it's just like he just tries to be a doom and gloom merchant. He's getting bad as Luke Edwards. Holly says, I think eventually we'll need to sign a world-class goalkeeper and a striker. Yeah, I mean, look, one goalkeeper that I've always said that we'll probably sign in the summer. Because I think in the summer there'll be a keeper comes in, that's for sure. Who we'll sign, who knows, you know. But I certainly think is it Mamardashvili who plays for Villarreal? I could see him coming in the summer, and that would be a good move. There he is there. You'd probably be able to pick him up for about 25, I think. 25 million, I think he's valued at Valencia. Georgian international goalkeeper. Very good goalkeeper. He's only 23 as well, so he's young. And I think that would be a good move. So I can see that being a summer signing, if I'm honest. Will Dubravka stay? I doubt it very much. I think Dubravka might want to move on for his own career. You know, so again, we'll just have to wait and see what happens on that one. But yeah, if there's a chance of getting Mamardashvili, I would certainly go for him. Very good goalkeeper. Troll says, wouldn't surprise me if we ended up with Gillespie with the luck we've had this season. Oh, let's hope not. Sky Sports have Formula One. Yeah, they do. Good evening, everyone, says Julie. Good evening, Julie. Hope you're well. Is she on the bus? Craig Hope's knowledge of the tune you can fit on the back of the postage stamp. Absolutely, Julie. Brian says, thing is, Sky and TNT only have a certain amount of money to spend. Yes, NBC, Comcast, Warner Brothers have money, but they don't have Amazon and Netflix kind of money. Yeah, you're absolutely right there, Brian. Tony Ross, evening. Tony and everyone, good evening to you. Tony, hope you're well, mate. If I was Carrius, I would demand to be sold one match in forever. Yeah, well, his contract runs out the end of the season, so he'll probably just be released, won't he? I would imagine so, Carrius. But we just have to wait and see what happens. Where's Rolly? I keep asking until he makes a return, says David. He's not yet tonight, because I've done an earlier show anyway, so he will be back soon. Don't worry about that. Rolly will be back on the screen soon, giving his take on things. I mean, look, we've heard Eddie Howe come out late last week and say he wants to keep Lascelles, he wants to keep Miggy Almiron, and and look, as much as you want to keep these players, look, Lascelles has done well for us when he's had to. Lascelles has done well when he's had to, when he came in and he had to do well for us. But look, his contract's up the end of the season. I certainly would not say give him a new contract. I would just move him on. Because, as I've said before, is Lascelles the type of player that gets you from this level to that level? No, he's not. So he has to move on for the sake of it. And like Almiron, we need to upgrade Almiron because, yes, we know his work rate. You can't not question Almiron's work rate because his work rate is second to none. It's fantastic. He gets back. He helps Kieran Trippier out. He's absolutely brilliant. But what lets him down is the final third. There is no cutting edge, no crosses, no assists, and not many goals. And that is the problem with Miggy Almiron. If it wasn't for that, then I would say, yeah, keep him if he was world class. I would keep him as a squad player, but there again, I think you want to move him on so you can try and make some money off him as well. Because we paid 21 million for him, so if we can sell him on, then we're making a little profit on him, aren't we? I mean, if I look at these figures now compared to last season, Miggy Almiron, they're just totally different, massively different as well. So far in the Premier League this season, he's started 18 out of 21 games. He's got 3 goals and 1 assist. Now, if I look at his stats last season, he started 29 out of 34. He got 11 goals and 2 assists. So, he was in double figures for last season. But I think we just need to move on from Miggy. I think we do. We're going to have to move on from a lot of these players. The likes of Matt Ritchie's, the likes of Paul Dummett's, they don't get new contracts. They go. That's it. Off they go, We've got to really upgrade Almiron, though. We really have to. Lascelles, Dummett, Ritchie has to go in the summer. Would even throw in Miggy, says Trolls. Well, that's if Miggy doesn't go in this window. Now that Murphy's back. Ricardo says Ryan Reynolds, Wrexham Right is a roaring ratings winner. Tony, really rate these reality docs. What do you reckon? Yeah, I mean, look, Ryan Reynolds, big actor. Rob McElhenney, isn't it? Or Calvin. I can't think what his name is now. Anyway, he's a director, isn't he? And look, yeah, they've pumped the money into the club, but they've done well. They've brought Wrexham back, and fair play to them for putting their money in. And I think it's absolutely brilliant that they've put their money in. They've brought in some good players. They got the club promoted and they're renovating the ground as well. The people of Wrexham are happy now. They've got a great club. They could end up in League One next season. I believe the squad they've got is probably a squad of League One. They're probably thinking Championship, maybe Premier League one day, and it wouldn't surprise me if in the next few years they're in the Premier League. I really wouldn't be surprised. BS says, I see the Premier League starting its own subscription service at some point after this TV deal. That's interesting. I mean, I remember back in the 90s when Sky floated an idea. What they wanted to do was, like, fans who couldn't get to the games, couldn't get tickets, things like that. What they were going to do, Sky, they were going to bring out a subscription service where you could buy your season ticket on Sky for your team. So, like, you could buy your season ticket and you could watch every Newcastle game with that. Now, at the time, that's a cracking idea. I'm up for that. I would subscribe to something like that. But it never took off. So I wonder if it would come out again. I don't know. Julie says, so many on social media want to keep Mickey. I just don't get it. Look, like I say, his work rate is second to none. That's not a problem. It's the cutting edge, the final third. That's what lets him down, the crossing, because he can only use his left foot. And as I've said time and time again, every time he goes from his right to his left, he's got two players on him. So by the time he puts a cross in, it doesn't get anywhere. So this is why I'm saying we have to upgrade Mickey. We really do. Totally agree about Almiron, says Alan. We need better in that position, absolutely. Is it Wrexham someone suggested Deadpool War Flags display? Probably. Subscribe to the Prem is like licking a Carolina Reaper Lee's knife edge. We need good, younger, fast players that can tire teams out as well. Yeah, absolutely, Lee. You're right there. Reports Dave, Barcelona scouts watching Minty. Yes, there is. They're watching them at the AFCON. I'm sorry to say, Minty is not for sale. There's no chance Minty is going there. One, he's on loan at Feyenoord. Two, he'll be come back to us in the summer. There is not a chance Minty is going anywhere. And I can see Minty come back here and get nailing down the first team place. I'll tell you now, if he does, he'd be absolutely fantastic, I reckon. Julie says, so that media Muppets think Minty is a Feyenoord player. Macca says, hi mate, he says, if I worry if we lose Almiron and get stuck with Murphy, look at how bad he was Saturday. It's the overall game where Almiron excels when you compare. This is what I'm saying, Macca. His work rate's absolutely fantastic. Almiron's, I've got nothing against his work rate, it's just the final third. Yes, Murphy, okay, didn't have the greatest game, but what you got to remember is Murphy's been out for quite a long while. He came back, had the setback with his shoulder, and he's been out for a longer period than he should have been. So it's going to take Murphy a little bit to get back up to speed to where he should be. He's not quite match fit at the moment. So I think we can't be too harsh on Murphy at the moment, and we've just got to give him a bit of a chance. But I see what you mean with Almiron. Unless we can bring in a winger that is better than Almiron, and then we can say, right, okay, bang, let's go. But again, yeah, we'll see what happens on that one. Gary says the crazy thing is FFP is there to ensure you don't spend yourself out of existence. We got the richest owners in the world. I reckon our existence is pretty much assured. Let us spend it, you twats. Absolutely, Gary. It's like Simon Jordan said, you know, at the beginning of that new period, the new 3-year period, you could go out there and spend 300 million. As long as you, by the end of that period, you've made it up where you've only lost 105 million. Andrew says nobody will be Premier League TV to pay towards their cartel. Yeah, absolutely. I remember that, Tony. Never happened, did it? Unfortunately, no, it didn't, Julie. No. So, but yeah, I remember when it was floated about. Brian says Ryan has just finished filming Deadpool 3. I think the second one was awful. It never made its money back. He won't compete with Toy Story 5 and Despicable Me 4 and Shrek 5. Probably Wayne Rooney's in Shrek 5. Miggy has 11 assists since he joined us. That's bad for a winger, to be fair. Yeah, you know, in total. Wrexham ticket allocation will be tiny. The Blackburn will be 6,000. Absolutely be. But I'm saying it's the FA Cup. You know, depends how Blackburn turn up tonight. If Blackburn don't turn up tonight and Wrexham do, Wrexham win the game, that's the luck of the draw, you know. It could have been worse. We could end up with Maidstone United away, and that would have been less again. Murphy's got a better eye for goal, he has, Julie. Miggy should be kicking the ball against the wall to practice using his right foot. That's how he used to use the foot, yeah. Key says, subscribe to Direct the Premier League will benefit Man U and Liverpool more than anyone else, especially if it's a worldwide subscription. Not a good idea, in my opinion. It was something that floated back in the 90s, K88. It never took off, to be fair. Never even got off the ground. Murphy can cross with his right foot too, says Trolls, yeah. Popmeister says, Minty will be sold if the profit is good enough. That's what all it's about. Surely this transfer window shows this. Yeah, I mean, look, I see where you're coming from, but I can't see we're selling Minty in this window, if I'm honest with you. I can see him coming back next season and hitting the ground running with us. Get a pre-season under his belt. Alan says, possible team next season. Isak, Gordon, Minty, Tonali, Bruno, Livermore, Botman, Miley, Willock, Pope, one place left. Yeah. Not a bad team, that, is it? Minty is worth maximum 10 million. That's not who we should sell. No, absolutely not. Only paid 7 for him, so why make only a £3 million profit? When Minty could come back, play brilliant for us, and he could be, in a couple of years, he could be worth 40, 50, 60 million quid, who knows? I know Arnie Slot at Feyenoord rates him really, really highly. Macas, I don't agree with that. Murphy has an eye for goal when Almiron scored a lot more and been at the club less time. Murphy should also be sold. Maybe Murphy will be sold in the summer, I reckon. Minty hopefully plays for us next season. Yeah, let's hope so. Feyenoord's coach says he's not quite there yet. No, he's not, but he absolutely adores him. I'd hold a midfielder to that team as well. Yeah, you know, absolutely, Alan. There's, you know, we have been looking at some players out there like Rocco Wright, who plays for Borussia Mönchengladbach, who's worth about 10 million euros, 21-year-old defensive midfielder. Manu Corney keeps popping up as well, and it's a player I would love to see in Newcastle United. Absolutely would love to see Manu Corney in our team because he is a brilliant player. He really is. I can't praise that lad highly enough, and I really do rate him massively highly. Rolly says, hi, Tony. Murphy showed he can finish, just a shame he was offside. He needs to get that fitness up, but a decent run out for a first game back. Yeah, you know, yeah, he wasn't on his game as much, but it's all about fitness, Rolly, and he's just got to get his fitness back. You know, remember the goal he scored against Spurs last season, what a goal that was, you know. And yeah, he did. He took that goal really well. Just unfortunately, he was offside, you know. But again, we'll just have to wait and see. Biggie, 25 goals in 5 seasons. That's 5 a season, yeah. Evening, Tony, and everyone in the chat says Splat. Good evening to you, Splat. Hope you're well. No defenders in your team, Alan. We're all, yeah, he's got Botman in there. I think he had Botman in there, didn't you, Alan? So go back to his comment. Yeah, he's got Botman in there. And Livramento. So there's 2 defenders. Yeah. Yeah, I'm hopefully Murphy first game back can let him off with a miss. Absolutely. I think you've been a bit hard on Murphy. Our first game back had a decent game and disallowed goal. Most of the team were poor at Fulham. Yeah, they were, Gary. Absolutely. Murphy scored 10 and got 6 seasons. I'll read everyone. How much have I missed? We just spoke about Eddie Howe's press conference at the beginning, Ronald. So you can always watch it back, mate. You know, there's pictures going around with Callum Wilson in a Chelsea shirt. Not sure how true that is. Eddie saying Miggy could be back tomorrow night. That'll be interesting to see if he's actually in the team tomorrow night, because I'm not sure he will be. If he's not in that team tomorrow night, then you know something's going on. The club will have a profit percentage in mind each year in Minty's contract. If it's met, that business, unfortunately, too need to boost PSR. Yeah, absolutely. I'll be back in a bit, no problem, Julie. Murphy, 21 goals. Minty, not month. Murphy has 23 assists as well, says Trolls. Yeah, I mean, look, he's going to get back up to speed, and you know, he just needs game time, and that's what it is. At the end of the day, it's all about the game time, getting that. So again, we'll just wait and see. Macca says Murphy 21 goals in 7 seasons, 11 was championship goals for other clubs as well. Okay. Yeah, so if you have just joined us, then if you do like what you see, please do smash that like. It does help the channel. It means new viewers find it more easily. And if you are brand new to the channel, come and smash that subscribe and join this great community. And that bell notification tells you when I'm live, have a pre-record, or any upcoming shows as well. Gary says Murphy's a much improved player to the one you're referring to. Yeah, he is. He's a different player altogether. You know, I mean, look, when we signed him from Norwich at the time, I always thought, have we signed the right Murphy? Because I thought Josh Murphy was fantastic. But now he's at Oxford United. He seems to have dropped, you know. I think if he went to a better club than Cardiff, to be honest with you, I think Josh Murphy might have been a better player. But, you know, Jacob Murphy is getting there. He's at his peak anyway, but again, we'll just have to wait and see. Popmeister says, yes, should have bought Josh Murphy in 2021. Interesting to see if the Howe effect would work on the identical twin. Yeah. We should have. I thought Josh Murphy was the better of the two, if I'm honest, but it's the way it goes, isn't it? When we signed him from Norwich City. So possible lineup, I think, for tomorrow is Dubravka in goal. If fit, I'm going to say Trippier, Share, Botman, Burn. Because I don't think he's going to bring Livramento in. Midfield 3 will be Longstaff, Bruno and Mailey. And the front 3 are going to pit themselves again. And I think it'll be Jacob Murphy, Isaac Hayden. Alexander Isak, sorry, that's what I meant to say. Where am I getting Isaac Hayden from? And Anthony Gordon. So yeah, so Pope, Trippier. God, honestly, start again. Dubravka in goal, Trippier, Share, Botman, Burn. Middle 3, Mailey, Longstaff, Bruno. Front 3, Murphy, Gordon, and Isak in the middle. That's how I think it will be. So yeah. Sorry, it's just been a long day at work, so it's probably that's why. It's just, you know, things have gone a bit. But you know what? You can laugh about it, and that's exactly what I do. I just laugh about it. Ronald says Murphy was rusty, but it was understandable, to be honest. Absolutely. Time to sell Target. Yeah, I mean, look, Eddie Howe's come out and said there's no truth in Target going to Celtic on loan. Look, I think in the summer Target needs to go. He's on more money a week than what Joe Linton is, and he's not playing, is he? I know he's injured, but they're both as funny. Yeah. Tony's been calling you behind your all sorts behind your back. Oh, no, I haven't, Gary. Behave yourself. Les Ferdinand up front. You're missing Hayden, Tony. Not at all, Ian. No, not at all. That's different grass, Gary. Absolutely, mate. I didn't call you anyway, Ronald. You can watch it back and you'll see I haven't called you. No, I'm not missing Hayden. Absolutely not. But look, we've not heard any more of what Isaac Hayden's doing, if he's going to Preston or not. That was supposed to be nailed on, wasn't it? We know Isaac Hayden's ready to take some legal action now against Standard Liège because he still hasn't been paid for December. So he may be taking some legal action against them as well. Apparently he said he wasn't the only player. All the players were complaining because they weren't being paid properly over there. So that's not a good start, is it? Yes, as you can see Joe White on the bench tomorrow. That's not a bad shout. In place of Gillespie, maybe, yeah. I mean, look, it's just such a shame that we haven't got all these players back. But I think tomorrow is going to be, as I say, it's going to be a tough game. My score prediction for tomorrow, not a pretty one, to be fair. My heart says a 1-1 draw. But my head says it's a Villa 3-1 win. So that's how it is. 1-1 with me heart, and head says 3-1 Villa. I don't know. Get your score predictions in as well. What do you think the score will be tomorrow? Troll says if Howe wants to keep Richie Dummett, and so I'm questioning what Howe is doing. Some will same if we get Billing or Solanke at any point. I mean, look. I know those things about Philip Billing. I don't want him anywhere near this football club. If we are going to progress and we want to be an elite club, or as Yassa says, he wants to be number one, then we ain't going to be number one if we're signing the players of the calibre of Billing and Solanke. Yes, Solanke's had a great season this season, but next season he could have an absolute stinker. It might just be a one-off this season that he's having a great season. I do not want Philip Billing in this team. Maybe a couple of years ago when we were struggling against relegation, maybe them are the sort of types of players you want in then to help you out. But when you want to be in the Champions League and you want to be an elite club, you don't want players like that in the team. You don't get paid in the Belgian league because it's a privilege to just play in such a high-class league. I found Hayden another very up and down player. Yeah, absolutely splat. He did well for us though. I just wonder why Eddie Howe just never gave him a chance, really. Unless Eddie Howe's seen him in training and thought there's nothing there that he likes about him. 2-1 win for us, Isak and Gordon, says Lee. Villa 1, Newcastle 3, says Beer. Yeah, not a bad shout. Mac, a good channel. Cheers, mate. Thank you. He says subscribe. Thank you very much indeed. 1-1. Yeah, I'll take a point now. I'll take a point absolutely now. If they said you can have a point tomorrow night without playing, take it. Yes, absolutely. Ronald says 2-1. Jake says we'll win 9-1. Jesus, Jake. Do you know what, Jake? If we win 9-1, you want to get that on a bet. But I don't think you'll get anywhere near it, mate. I hope we get a point, but I think we will get beat. Hope I'm wrong. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a tough game, isn't it? Popmeister says Villa -3, 2 plus 99. Yeah. It's a pity Harvey Barnes isn't back. He likes scoring against Villa. He does. He has a great record against Aston Villa, does Harvey Barnes. So yeah, it's a shame he's not available. But again, who knows? He could be on the bench tomorrow. You know, anyhow, seeing he's getting closer doesn't give things away. So it could be he could be on the bench. Right, this is just coming from Luke Edwards. And he's put this out 14 minutes ago. He says Newcastle have still not had a single bid for Miguel Almiron, and transfer deadline in Saudi Arabia is tomorrow. That deal does not look like it's going to happen unless there is a manic 24 hours tomorrow, which would make any incomings extremely unlikely. Almiron is happy to stay and will be involved against Villa as things stand. That is coming from Luke Edwards, who's put that out 15 minutes ago. Luke says the squad needs a rebuild and a reboot, but that's only going to be possible in the summer. It's always frustrating when you can't sign anyone, but PSR, FFP made it impossible for Newcastle to do anything unless they sold someone this month. That's the new reality, I'm afraid. Look, to be honest with you, I don't particularly like Luke Edwards. I think he's too much up. I always said he was too much up Steve Bruce's arse. And, you know, he's a Leyton Orient fan at the end of the day. That's his team. And he's just another one of those doom and gloom merchants. I call him Puke Edwards. What's your thoughts on what Edwards has had to say there? Popmeister Hayden gets 10 hat-tricks. If we play well, we might win, but I can't say that. We need to improve from Saturday's performance, that's for sure. Villa are way too cocky now. I hope we stuff them. I hope we put one or two past Martinez, because that keeper really does your head in, doesn't he? He's just such a cocky character, isn't he? Do you think the Jacob Ramsey links are real? I'm not sure. I wouldn't pay £50 million for him, though. That's the thing. But apparently Villa fans are up in arms. They don't want him going. Some of them see he's the future Villa captain. We was cocky last year, absolutely. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Yeah, cheers, Lee. Villa have sussed out how to pass through our midfield. Big problem. Hope they play high again and get Isak behind them. Yeah, absolutely. Splat says 1-0 Toon. From what House said, Mo start ways off to get back to fitness, which proves we should have tried to loan from Saudi or buy. Yeah, absolutely. We should have. Villa are a good mind. It'll be bloody tricky, especially if we produce a Fulham-like performance. Absolutely. Nice one, Tony. Puke Edwards, yeah. We don't have 50 million to spend from what is said. Yeah, I mean, look, it just seems absolutely bonkers that we haven't got the money to spend, even though we've got the richest owners. And this is what I keep saying. People keep shouting, you're the richest club. No, we are not the richest club. We have got the richest owners in the world, but we haven't got the richest club in the world yet. That's way off. But we have the richest owners. It's good having the richest owners, but we just can't spend the bloody money. And that is the problem. Another one's coming out from a journalist saying Ed Aarons is reporting that Miggy Almiron is set to stay at Newcastle after Al-Shabaab failed to reach a deal for the Paraguayan. He's in line to return against Villa tomorrow. So it looks like Almiron deal is not happening. Everton are now confirmed to be having a genuine interest in the Benfica midfielder Florentino Luis. A loan deal is being explored. Luis is highly valued by by Benfica and has made 24 appearances this season. So a lot of people are saying he's a cracking player, by the way. Some are saying he's actually better than Onana. How are Everton getting these players on loan? You know, I'll have a look at his stats and see how he does, because it's not a player I'm very much aware of, Florentino Luis. But we'll have a look at his stats and see. It's always like to have a look and see how these players do and where they play, what their positions are in the team. So he's a 24-year-old Portuguese. He's rated at about 19.4 million euros. He can play defensive midfield and midfield centre. His strengths are tackling, positioning and long balls. He's got no outstanding weaknesses. He started 8 out of 15 games this season. He hasn't scored any goals. He doesn't have any assists because he plays in that defensive midfield role. His accurate passing is 89% per game. Defending interceptions per game is 1.5 per game. 2.9 tackles per game. Balls recovered per game, 4.1. So he looks pretty good on the ball, and he's had 4 yellow cards all season. The last match he played on the 19th against Boavista when Benfica won. He played 69 minutes, had 55 touches of the ball. 38 out of 44 passes were accurate, 86%. 1 key pass, 2 out of 4 long balls were accurate. He won 4 out of 10 ground duels. He won 2 out of 4 aerial duels. He lost possession 9 times. He made 2 fouls. He done 1 clearance and 4 tackles, and he done 2 dribble passes as well. So yeah, he didn't have a bad game against Boavista, but he did have a better game 5 days before that against Rio Avenue. But he only played 27 minutes. His accurate passes were 34 out of 36 in them 27 minutes. He had 42 touches of the ball. 2 out of 2 long balls were accurate. 3 out of 5 ground duels won. Lost possession twice. He'd done 2 fouls and he was fouled once. He made 2 interceptions and 2 tackles as well. So yeah, doesn't seem that bad of a player, to be fair. But you know, just amazing how Everton's got all this against them, and yet they can still go out there. You know, and Everton can still go out there and sign players, even though they're in trouble again. Why did Luke Edwards wear a pit helmet and had a canary whilst interviewing Steve Bruce? I don't know why. Is any Saudi loans coming in, or has it to be tomorrow? I think we can still sign, because, look, the Turkish window, that doesn't shut for another 2 weeks. And they can still sign players from us, even though our window's shut. Bruno, 1 yellow from a 2-match ban, absolutely, so hope he doesn't pick that up. Look at what happened to Everton, 10-point deduction. Newcastle's investment in the summer has been unavailable, so no money because of FFP. Yeah. Injuries have it. Yeah. Back says Julie, welcome back, Julie. To be the richest in the world and not allowed to spend unless from the tax department is with you. Basically, what PSR has become, absolutely. But Julie, I'm not worried about things right now. Our situation is going to improve month by month. We just have to wait till things fall into place. Sunny days ahead, absolutely. Ronald Sanelli fell for the parody Newcastle account on X earlier about Mickey Gann. Oh wait, I'm not following lol. Yeah, that's a Percy caller, isn't it? You'd think they would update the fixed FFP as a limit of 10 years old now. Absolutely, Alan. Should be in line with inflation. Ian, you didn't ask what she's wearing. Did you see PD at the match front row? I didn't know. I didn't see him in the front row. up his anus. Granny's round again, Tony says, beer. Gary, why would I do that, lol? Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I mean, look, you just wonder how Everton can just afford to get these players in. It's just beggars belief when they're facing another deduction. Is this why, I mean, look, one thing I want to go back to yesterday as well. I mean, did anybody watch Newport County versus Manchester United? Man United went 2-0 up and Newport County pegged them back to 2-2. I thought Ten Hag was quite disrespectful towards Newport County, calling them nothing. That man is an absolute knobhead. He really well is, Ten Hag. He's out of his depth. He's not a Premier League manager. And to even have no respect whatsoever for Newport County is disgraceful. It's just beggars belief what he's like. And apparently he's come out with more crap again. He's on about Marcus Rashford, and apparently hasn't come out this very well. He said, look, he's chosen to make it a media matter like he did with Sancho. He doesn't need to deal with it through the media. If there's a problem with Rashford's attitude, then deal with it face to face. If you use the media, you get them to use you once or twice. You don't use them as your default setting as a management tool, says Simon Jordan. This is the thing. He didn't come out of it well about Sancho. And as I say, how disrespectful he was towards Newport County was absolutely disgusting. And if I was Man United fans, I wouldn't be happy with that. I wouldn't be happy if Eddie Howe disrespected. We played Newport County and took them apart like that. I wouldn't be happy if Eddie Howe come out and disrespected them. I know Eddie Howe wouldn't, but I'd be absolutely disgusted. So yeah, no need for it whatsoever. But no transfer news at the moment on us as well. But it's all coming out about Miggy saying that he's staying. A journalist who knows Miggy quite well, called Robert Rojas, is even saying he's not going anywhere. So there we go. The referee tomorrow is John Brooks. So we've got him tomorrow night as a referee. So again, we just have to hope that John Brooks has a good game tomorrow night. Because was he our referee last year down there when we got beat 3-0? I'm sure he was. I think it's disrespectful of BBC having put Blackburn Wrexham on the main channel with the shite they have on. Yeah, they could have, couldn't they? They could have took EastEnders off. Ten Hag was touchy and utterly disrespectful, a disgrace, absolutely. With inflation, PSR would be 148 million over 3 years, yeah. Mika picked up on Ten Hag as well, yeah. I'll be watching the Blackburn Wrexham on stream. Yeah, it's on BBC iPlayer, isn't it? So you can watch it on there. If you haven't got it on TV, you can get it on your phone, tablet, computer, anywhere. They will ask if you've got a TV license, but everybody's got a TV license. Well, you hope everybody's got one. Just click yes. Jan says, hi, Tony. Hi, Jan. Hope you're well. He says, all I want for my 76th birthday is tomorrow is a win. You 76 tomorrow, Jan. Wow. Happy birthday, mate. Our biggest win against Newport County is 13-2. Absolutely. But do you remember on that Cabbage Sheet, we went there a few years ago in the Carabao Cup and we scraped it. We drew 1-1 and ended up winning on penalties. Joe Linton missed a penalty that night, if you remember. Mark Gillespie played in goal for us. He was absolutely woeful, wasn't he? And I think wasn't that when we got to the quarterfinals and we got beat off Brentford because Cabbage he'd played the wrong side. Oops, a TV license. TV license should be a thing of the past, but we're not going to get into that because obviously we're not going to get into anything political on here. But yeah, TV license is a waste of money in my opinion, if I'm honest. So I'm just seeing if there's anything out there with any stories, but nothing more at the minute. But the big headline seems to be that Almiron staying. So was Almiron ill on Saturday, or was he just kept out the team in case something was happening? Is that why? Makes you wonder, doesn't it? According to Lee Ryder, Newcastle have issued a hands-off message on Lascelles and will impose their own deadline. Interesting. So interesting. That'll be on the red button as well. Yes, it should be. Yeah, if you go on the red button, it should be on there as well. Absolutely. Don't watch TV. Absolutely shit reality TV or soaps not worth 10 pence. Love Island. I mean, who watches all that bloody crap? Shouldn't have a TV license. Only pay for one channel. Rip off. Absolutely, Lee. Absolutely. Definitely. Anyway, guys, coming to the end of this show, but it's been a great show. But if you have liked what you see, please do smash that like. It does help the channel. Hope the search means new viewers find it. So if you haven't yet smashed that like, do give it a like. It only takes 2 seconds to click that thumbs up. Also, if you're brand new to the channel, come and smash your subscribe and come be part of this great community we have here, as Macca did earlier. And also hitting that bell notification tells you when I'm live, have a pre-record or any upcoming shows as well. So tomorrow there will be a pre-match show. So we'll have the pre-match live where I bring you both lineups as we look ahead to the game at Villa Park. It's a 8:15 kickoff. So I would say around about between 7:15 and 7 o'clock, I'll be coming on doing the pre-match. So probably more likely be about 7:15. But do keep an eye out for that. I'll be putting the thing out for that anyway. And if you've hit the bell, that will tell you as well. Thanks to all. No worries, Jan. Happy birthday, mate. I watch the soaps, Tony. Yeah. Haven't had a TV license in 10 years. Just Scott robbing grannies. Happy birthday, Jan. Great show as always. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much, Ian. Been a great show tonight, Tony and everyone. Great laugh. Come on, the mighty tune on me. Let's have a win tomorrow. That's what it's all about on this channel. You know, we like to have a laugh. We like to have a, be relaxed. I know some people are too serious on some channels, and but we like to be a bit more relaxed, yeah, and we're always are. Alan says bye, pre-match tomorrow. Thank you very much, mate. Splatty is excellent show, Tony, as always. Cheers, mate. Happy birthday, Jan, says Lee as well. Yeah, absolutely, Jan. Let's hope we'll see you tomorrow, Jan, when it's your birthday, and we'll see if we can get to play a happy birthday. There you go. But yeah, absolutely. Oh, that bang was. Right. But yeah, so look, we head to Villa Park. Hard game tomorrow, but as I say, I'll be back tomorrow around about 7:15. Do keep an eye out for that. And like I say, if you haven't hit that bell, do hit it and it'll notify you of the show. Great show, says Julie. Thank you. Julie, Gary says maybe Almiron went the RVI for a coffee twice the price of anywhere else. Probably, yeah. Goodbye, everyone. Take care. You too, Julie. Thank you very much indeed. Remember, the future's bright. The future is definitely black and white. And until then, I'll see you tomorrow. enjoy the evening, whatever you're doing, whether you're going off to watch TTR or whatever you're doing. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and I will see you tomorrow at around 7:15. And till then, enjoy your evening. Happy the lads.